Yes, I did.
Nick Blois is introducing himself to voters and school kids outside the state capitol, where he hopes to steal a seat now held by the Democrats and incumbent Assemblyman Ken Cooley.
I've been with the state for 24 years, working with the state. I've also been in the Army Reserve for 23 years, both as enlisted and as an officer.
Blois is running an uphill race in a district where Democrats outnumber Republicans by nearly 17,000 registered voters. But there are more than 50,000 people with no party preference, and they could go either way.
Well, my top priority would be bringing quality jobs to California. And part of that would be unburdening businesses.
Blois points to California's minimum wage law as a case in point. It will increase from $10 an hour now to $15 an hour by 2022.
Some of these small businesses, we need to give them an option to bring folks in at a lower wage, a wage that someone is willing to work, which may be below $15 an hour.
Blois says his other key priority is public safety.
I think Prop 47 was a mistake. It was mislabeled safe neighborhoods and schools, and it has created unsafe neighborhoods and schools.
Under voter-approved Prop 47, the penalty for stealing a gun under $950 in value was reduced from a felony to a misdemeanor.
One of my priorities would be to repeal that.
Blois is also very vocal on the controversy over California's National Guard members being ordered by the Pentagon to return their signing bonuses for enlisting during the war in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Well, I'm an Army veteran, and I believe our veterans are getting a raw deal.
Defense Secretary Ashton Carter has now told the Pentagon to stand down and not force California Guardsmen to repay millions of dollars in improper bonuses. Many of those soldiers served multiple tours of duty in one of the most dangerous spots in the world.
These soldiers signed these bonuses. For these bonuses, I believe they're entitled to them. Ash Carter has done the right thing to stop collection activities, but I think we should do one step further. If I was in the state assembly, the first thing I would do was submit legislation to use our rainy day fund, pull it out of the rainy day fund until our congressional representatives can get that money back for us in Congress.
On the critical issue of California's water supply, Blois wants to make it more plentiful in this way.
And I think that our future is desalination. I think we can make it environmentally friendly. We could bring an unlimited supply of water to the people of California without having to increase the size of our reservoirs. And it could also be a profit source for the people of California because we can then export that water.
Blois believes his knack for numbers makes him well suited for the state assembly.
I'm also come from an accounting and finance background, and I think the legislature in making budgets needs to have someone with that type of experience.
In Sacramento, Mike Lurie, KCRA 3 News.